Let me just tell you, this coffee is better than the coffee shops are doing it. And I mean that. Is it extra? Yes. But is it like my favorite part of the day? Also yes. Welcome back to another vlog. I'm super excited for this week's vlog because it's going to be our fall reset and our first fall vlog of the season. I just got back from New York City yesterday morning for New York Fashion Week with my talent agency. And I had the best time, which I think that vlog is actually probably gonna make it up after this one. But once I felt a touch of the cooler weather in New York City, I knew that the second I got home from the trip, I would want to enter fall mode here in Houston. And I will say this morning it was 67 degrees when I was walking Ella. We went on a really long walk and I was just soaking up how crisp and cool the air felt. And I think it's supposed to be a little bit cooler the next 2 days. Still getting to like almost 90 during the day, but I can take it if the mornings and evenings are cooler. But I just made myself a nice little pumpkin cookie butter latte and did a grocery pickup, and I'm waiting on our exterminator to get here to come spray. It's supposed to be here between 10 and 12 and it's 10 right now, but I didn't work out this morning because I wanted to rest because I only got 2 hours and 50 minutes of sleep 2 nights ago. So I wanted to just sleep as long as I could, even though I naturally woke up at 6. I let myself go back to sleep till like 7:15, and that's when I pretty much got up and got ready to go. So I'm gonna unload all the groceries and give y'all a grocery haul, and then we'll get started with the day. And I'm super excited to decorate for fall, share like my fall TBR with you all, go fall shopping, because last year I did like no shopping. I think I maybe got a few things from a thrift store last year for decorations, but I didn't let myself do like any holiday shopping because of having to pay for a bunch of stuff for our wedding, especially around this time last year. So there's a couple things I'd like to get this year. Let's get into the grocery haul. And of course, the meal plan for this week. I'll put our meal plan on the week on screen, but I'm so excited because it's the start of soup season. I did make a soup last week. I've been making white chicken chili during the fall all the time since like 2021. I love it. It's one of my favorite meals. So we're kicking off soup season, but yeah, I'll leave the recipes on screen and the links to them down below. Starting off, we got some Olippops. I'm so excited because these have been like $2 off, and you can use the coupon multiple times for literally like the last 2 months. Got some peanut butter, just coconut almond butter, some more oats. I think I might get back on my overnight oats kick because I just love having my breakfast like ready to eat in the morning. I've just kind of been craving them lately, so I'm thinking about getting back into that. Some more granola, just the original Purely Elizabeth, some green beans, shredded lettuce, more go-go squeezes for before my morning workouts, 2 things of chicken broth, bananas. I got more thyme and salt because we ran out of those. Some diced green chilies. These are the mild ones for the white chicken chili, and some pinto beans for the white chicken chili. I already had the other beans that we need. Raspberries, strawberries, some minced garlic. I got some mild guac for taco bowl night, which I think we're gonna do tonight. Red pepper, a red onion, yellow bell pepper, cilantro, some green onion, this black bean dip that we like to have when we do taco bowls or tacos. I got 4 of the Alani Nu Witch's Brew, which we love for fall. This is like my favorite flavor that they have, but these are actually really technically for Griffin because he's not doing F45 with me anymore. He's working out at a gym now that his exam is over, and he gets up really early to do that, so he actually needs the caffeine in the morning. And then I got some corn for the taco bowls and for the white chicken chili. More of this coconut ginger rice. This stuff is so insanely good, and I love that it just tastes that way without having to do the coconut milk and the ginger myself. Some Greek yogurt. I got some cottage cheese, which I've actually never tried before, but I'm going to use it for an egg salad that I'm gonna make for kind of like lunches this week. And then some more dates for the smoothies I always make. And then I've got all the meat right here. I'm going to look at the dates that they need frozen by so I can kind of prioritize when I need to make what recipes this week. So we've got ground beef, 2 things of chicken breast, and ground turkey. And the ground turkey is for lunch meal prep that I'm gonna make for Griffin. And then we have 2 laundry products, so just some more detergent and laundry sanitizer. to show y'all what I'm wearing today because I've been making more of an effort to actually put together an outfit and not just do the bare minimum when I'm going out and about. And I don't know about y'all, but Finding loungewear that I can wear out of the house and feel super comfortable in, but also feel and look put together in has been quite the task. But I got my hands on some of the Skims soft lounge collection, and y'all, when I tell you, it totally fills that gap in my closet. And a little fun fact is that Skims soft lounge was the first fabric I ever bought from Skims and what got me hooked for life. I've been wearing this Skims soft lounge scoop onesie all day, and it is the perfect transitional loungewear piece in my wardrobe because it's one and done. I don't have to worry about putting together pants and a top. I can just throw it on and layer it however I wish. The best way that I can describe the way soft lounge feels to me is that it's basically a second skin. It's super soft and smoothing, and I don't know what magic is in it, but it just hugs me in the right places without being constrictive. And I love that it has adjustable straps, so I can really get that perfect fit. And today I just have it layered with a flannel, which is perfect for these days where it's a little bit warmer in the afternoon, but in the evenings and in the morning I definitely need that second layer. And I just feel so much more put together while still being comfortable. And really the best thing about the soft lounge material is that you can lounge in it, sleep in it, or wear it out and about. And no matter which of the three you're doing, I can promise you you'll be comfortable. And I'm wearing a small in this onesie. And two of my other favorites from the soft lounge collection are the soft lounge boxers and the soft lounge tank. But this tank top has seriously earned like the #1 favorite tank spot in my closet. Something about the cut of it is just so flattering to me, and it just fits and molds to my body so well. I have tried a plethora of rib tank tops, and the Skims soft lounge tank seriously takes the cake. Fabric doesn't pill, it maintains its softness with each wash, and it retains its shape no matter how much you wear it, so you can really count on it being a reliable staple in your wardrobe. I love wearing the boxer and the tank together when I'm at home if I'm lounging around or just to sleep. Wearing a matching set to sleep just makes me feel like I have my life together. I like to do it as much as I can, but I also love wearing this tank top out and about with jeans or with jean shorts, and I can dress it up and layer it going into this fall as well. I'm wearing a small in the tank and in the boxers, but I would recommend sizing up in these boxers if you're in between sizes. The band on these boxers is tighter in my opinion compared to the boyfriend boxers and the cotton red boxers, so I think I could have done a medium in these just because I'm in between sizes, but I did get a small, and I have a small tank and it fits perfectly. I know I've had the privilege of putting so many of y'all onto Skims, and it's for a reason because their stuff is seriously worth the hype. They have the best basics. Definitely shop the Skims soft lounge collection down below at the link in my description box. I'll have it here on screen as well. And they have sizes ranging from extra small to 4X. And if you've purchased something from Skims because of me before and you haven't done so already, or if this is your first time purchasing from Skims, definitely let them know I sent you in the survey that pops up after you complete your purchase. You can just select YouTube in the drop down and tell them my channel name. Thank you so much to Skims for sponsoring this portion of today's video. It's always a dream to work with them because I literally wear Skims stuff on basically a daily basis, whether it's my underwear, bra, or if I'm just lounging around in it and running errands like I am today. They're seriously the best, and once you go Skims, you won't go back, and trust me, it's worth the hype. Be sure to check out the soft lounge collection at the link down below, and thank you so much to Skims for sponsoring today's video. I'm in the parking lot of Trader Joe's and it's 3:45. I wish it would have came like an hour ago, but I didn't think it would be busy right now, but it seems pretty busy. But we're gonna look for some fall items. I'm gonna try and hold back and not get too much because I am hosting book club in like 2 weeks, and I feel like getting some fall things, like the fall items for that, will be more ideal. So I don't want to like get them too prematurely and then have to buy them again if we eat them, you know what I mean? But I want to find a good balance and don't want to buy too much just because it's fall stuff. I always try to go in like intentionally, because otherwise I would just end up buying the whole store. Trader Joe's had their fall stuff out, so let's do a quick haul. I got some non-fall related items. I realized we were almost out of bread, and I didn't get any bread from the grocery store this week, so I got some sourdough. I realized the same thing about lemons, so I got some lemons, and then I got 2 boxes of the jasmine rice. I want to say I've tried this fall version of kombucha before from Synergy. It's apple, turmeric, carrot, and spices. Like, I definitely think I had it the last 2 years, but the packaging looks different from what I recall, so I'm gonna give it a nice little test. It's so good. I haven't had these since they came out. I literally got these, I think, maybe 2 months ago from Trader Joe's, but I haven't been back to Trader Joe's in literally so long. It's probably been a month and a half. I had to get more of these because they are so good. I want to say they had this last year and I just didn't try it, but it's the Honeycrisp apple granola. I thought this would be so good on a yogurt bowl with some cut up apples and cinnamon. I also got these pumpkin spice teeny tiny pretzels. I'm gonna give these a try. I wasn't gonna get these because I was like, really don't need another snacky thing, but I ended up caving in the checkout line because I saw that they were actually tiny. Since I apparently can't read the teeny tiny on the bag, those are actually really good. They're like the perfect sweet and salty combo. Candied pecan. Got 2 of the little pumpkins. I think these are so good just to use as decor. And then I got this felted wool pumpkin. I got 2 of these Misfits protein bars. These are the cookie butter ones. One of my best friends, Julia, she always talks about how good these are and how they're like her favorite protein bar or one of her favorite. And I didn't know Trader Joe's sold them, so I got those to try. And I just got this for the fall vibes. I don't really think I'm gonna like it because I just don't think pumpkin spice as a protein bar sounds up my alley, but we're gonna try the pumpkin spice Bear Bells protein bar. I got more of the sweet Thai chili sauce and soy sauce. We use these a lot in cooking. This vanilla pumpkin hand soap. It's so much cheaper than getting seasonal hand soap at other stores like Target and stuff. And you get a lot of it and it smells so good. And they also have a Harvest Apple foaming hand soap. I just wanted this one for the guest bath downstairs. I don't really care if the soap upstairs is fall or not, but the ones that people are using downstairs when they come over, I would like for those to be fall. And then I got the gluten-free pumpkin pancake mix. I love this stuff so much. I figured this would be perfect on a morning where we're having like a slow Saturday morning and getting ready to watch football for the day. And y'all know I get these candles every year. I got one of the Honeycrisp apple and one of the vanilla pumpkin. And one thing I can say is we do not have any fall candles left over from last year. This is the pumpkin spice flavored cold brew coffee concentrate, and I was really excited to try this because normally their pumpkin coffees are super sweetened, but this one is not sweetened at all. So it's truly just like a spiced cold brew coffee concentrate. So you mix it with water and then you can like add your creamer or whatever. I think I'll try this out tomorrow or Wednesday for y'all because I am gonna get a coffee out as part of the fall vibes for this week's vlog. I got more smoked paprika and then this alcohol-free bourbon vanilla flavoring with vanilla bean seeds. And that's what really sold me, is that there's actual like vanilla bean seeds in here. And I figured this would be good in coffee. I don't really know what else I would put it in or what it would be good in. So it's $8, so I probably won't buy it again, but I was just like, I can at least give it a try in coffee and see what it's like. And that is everything for the Trader Joe's haul. So I'm gonna get the stuff put away and we'll get ready to cook some dinner. I just showered and I just wanted to shout out this body butter because it's actually unreal, and I feel like putting on some sort of vanilla scented lotion or body butter after the shower is just so fall coated and the perfect cozy addition to an evening routine. It can be any body lotion, it doesn't have to be like a luxurious one. I got this one in PR and it literally smells nearly identical to Pillsbury frosting, like in the tubs with the plastic lids. It's so crazy. I've never smelled a lotion that smells so close to it before, but I want to eat it. And I really like this lotion because I don't know about y'all, but I can't stand when lotions take like 30 years to blend in, and this one just literally melts into my skin so quickly and rubs in so easily. Like I don't have to sit here and lather it. And it's even better when you layer it on top of like a cozy body wash scent. I've been purchasing this one since I worked with Dove around this time last year, and I've purchased so many bottles of this body wash. It's just so cozy, it lathers so well, it doesn't leave my skin feeling really stripped and waxy, and it's super affordable. It's a coconut and cocoa butter scent, and it's amazing in the summer because of the coconut, and then super cozy in the fall and winter because of the cocoa butter. It's so random, but Hatch came out with a pumpkin spice latte sunrise setting. This is what it looks like. the really pretty like tangerine orange. Morning everyone, it's around 9:45 and I'm about to eat my overnight oats. I had a protein smoothie after F45 this morning, so I'm eating these now. I'm about to go grab a coffee and run some errands. I took out our fall decor this morning and the bins. I don't think you can see them, but they're back there, just to take inventory of what we have and compare it to the list of things that I thought would be good for fall decor, primarily pretty much only downstairs because I don't really decorate anything for fall upstairs. So I've got a list ready to go and I'm gonna run in several stores. It's gonna depend on how I feel because I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I just like shut off at a certain point when I'm out and about shopping and running errands and I'm like, okay, I can't do any more stores. So, but I threw on my Skims soft lounge tank and my little charm necklace and just this old cardigan. Also got on a pair of denim shorts, and for shoes, I just threw on these little slides. So it's a cute little cozy fit for the day and I'm so comfortable. So I pulled my hair back in a headband because some of the front pieces just were not looking too great after working out. We really don't have much fall decor at all, so this is what we're working with. A bunch of little dollar section pumpkins, all of these from Target over the years. This is from my grandma. She gave it to me while I was in college, so I usually just stick that in like in the bathroom or something. I have this throw pillow from Target years ago, and then I've got these stems and then this little tiny vase and some stems. I usually don't like to do faux florals because they just look cheap. Honestly, I'm just not at a point in my life where I care that much over if something looks cheap. If it's for the season, it's for the season, whatever. This will do. And then this little bud vase I'm definitely going to use and see if I can find something different to put in it since these go with this, and put that on our breakfast table over there because the one that's on our breakfast table right now is just like kind of spring and summery. And that's literally it. So not much, but we can work with this and just need to get a couple more things. And while I'm out, I'm also going to look for a lamp to put on this table. This one's way too tall. It was actually just from a neighbor when we moved in. She gave it to us when she was moving out, but I'm just gonna go donate it today, I think, but I need to get behind here and unplug it. So, and I really wanna replace this console table with a longer and skinnier one because it'll just look so much better. And obviously this isn't the decor that's gonna go on the console table, but I'm kind of waiting to get anything for a console table until we get a skinnier one because it would seem kind of pointless to decorate based on the size of this one if we plan on getting a new one. But I just really hate the way this looks right now, so just ignore it. And the fact that that lamp's back there and our pillow cushions for the outside furniture is in here. I had to go back and get a cart, but usually I try not to grab one because then I usually end up buying less, but some days it happens. This is so similar to the quilt we have at the end of our bed. Next stop is Anthro. Now we're doing Target solely because I have to pee. Shopping has been pretty successful so far. I feel like I've pretty much checked all the boxes for the things I wanted to try and find for fall decor. And I wanted to say under $100, and I have done so. But I just went in World Market and I realized I could use the 25% off your entire purchase that was like today only, I think. It was like an online coupon, but they let you use it in store. And I'm mad because I'm like, I should have gotten two of the other things I have my eye on since I could have gotten them 25% off, but it's okay. I didn't like totally need them. One of them was literally a witch's finger cookie baking kit. I thought that would be so cute as a little just snack, cookie, dessert for when I host book club in 2 weeks because it's the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. So I thought that would have been perfect, but I can come back and get that later another day. I just didn't really want to get it today since I still have 2 weeks until book club. But I've gotten a good bit of stuff and I'm gonna make one more stop at the resale store and then we're gonna head home because I am ready to get home now because it's almost 1 o'clock and I need to walk Ella. I also just have a lot to do because I need to work on editing this video. I need to work on editing my New York City Fashion Week video, and we need to decorate for fall, and I want to film all that for you guys. So, and I have an interview tomorrow that I want to prep for too because it's at like 10:30. So I want to be able to like go to F45 in the morning, have like a slow, chill morning, and not be like frantically prepping for it before. It's just a phone screening, but I get so nervous no matter what it is. I had like half of this morning before my workout. I'm gonna eat the other half now since I know dinner is probably not gonna be ready for like another hour and a half, and I'm honestly really hungry because my leftovers were not much. It reminds me so much of a Bear Bells bar. It's basically the exact same thing as far as the texture goes, and it's not grainy at all, but I really, really like it. Definitely one of my favorite bars I've had. I think my all-time favorite is probably the Built Bar Puffs, just because I love that texture so much. This one's a close second, and it's like close to a cookie butter flavor, but it's like very, very, very subtle. If I had all of the time, money, and storage in the world, I would definitely decorate for Halloween and fall, but since I only have basically no storage, some money, and some time, we just decorate for fall. It's just easier and more cost effective. Decorate for fall in September and be able to keep the decorations up all the way through November until I decorate for Christmas after Thanksgiving. Honestly, I was pretty disappointed with the fall stuff when I went in person. The store I go to, it's just diminishing returns for me. I just get more and more sick of going into stores. So I set myself up for failure when I do marathon days like this of running into a bunch of different stores back to back, but it is what it is. Let's do a quick haul because I do want to get things decorated and I need to start working on editing this video, so we've got a lot to do this afternoon. The first thing, which is definitely one of my favorite finds, is from HomeGoods. There was another rug that I saw on TJ Maxx that I loved so much. I thought it was so unique. It had the most beautiful autumn coloring. I'll put a video of it on screen, but it was just massive. And this mat is specifically for in front of our stove because the current one I have is like a very spring summery one. I ended up settling with this one, which is definitely a lot larger than the one I have now, but the colors are so perfect and this will go to Thanksgiving seamlessly. I know it was $17, which I feel like is a steal. World Market, like I said already, I almost got several things, but I ended up only getting this dried floral bunch, and I was between this and a faux floral bunch, but I think dried flowers just look so much more realistic. I went on to TJ Maxx, which is honestly where I saw most of the good stuff. I got this for our breakfast table. This is an artificial plant, obviously, but this kind of resembles how dried florals look in my opinion. I think anything with leaves that's artificial, and I mean, I have some stuff in our house like that, it just looks more fake, so I try to get things that don't really have like the leaves on them. And then I got 2 candles. I wanted to get some full-size candles because I didn't have any from last year. I actually ended up finding one Trader Joe's one that wasn't burned all the way through from last year in the guest bathroom, half bath. So this one's so cute. It's Falling Leaves by Goodies. It's aromatic herbs, pine cone, earthy woods, crisp green apple, and aromatic leaves with a touch of citrus and woodland spices. Apple, citrus, and fall herbs and spices. Kind of what I would imagine a simmer pot would smell like if I had ever done one. But I loved the top of this because it's like a little fuzzy, not cross stitch, but it kind of looks like a cross stitch cap. And then I got this one from Sand and Fog, which I know I said when I was in TJ Maxx. All of the Sand and Paws and the Sand and Fog candles smelled like literally nothing. Yeah, this is citrus and sandalwoods. This is more summery. It smells like the lobby of luxury hotels. It reminds me of the smell of how the Pearl smelled when I worked there, which is just like a boutique hotel in 30A. And I was a cocktail server there, and it always smelled so good in the lobby, and this reminds me a lot of that smell. Paper candles. These are hard to find at TJ Maxx. They're usually in like a weird spot, so you can easily miss them. These are by Sand and Fog, but I have some paper candles over there. Those are from Anthropologie, and we got them off of our registry, but they're so expensive from Anthropologie. And these are so cute. They're black and kind of like a little swirly, bubbly design. So I thought these would be nice for kind of like Halloween, autumn, just to make it more moody. And then I got these hand towels. I had a really hard time making a decision on hand towels, but I got these before I got the mat, and now that I have the mats, I kind of wish I would have done a different one, like just the plain orange, green, and cream ones that I showed. I do still think this orange and green is like absolutely perfect to go with this. Oh yeah, I could just put these in the bathrooms. That's perfect actually. I didn't get anything from Target that was fall related. I just got more coffee grounds. This is all I got from the resale store. This is like it looks navy, but I think it's just like a worn black. But so there were 2 of them and I was gonna get both, but it would have been like $30. And I was like, I don't really think I need both. And this is just like a ribbed candle, a real one. And I am gonna clean this out, but I thought this would look so good stacked on top of the books instead of the trio of fake candles I have over on the console table right now to add some height. So we're gonna try that. I'm also so not used to my hair being this short. This is the first time I've worn it like fully natural since I got it cut. And I'm like, wow, I really did cut a lot off. Embarrassingly took me like an hour and a half to get a spot for everything, but it's because I'm so indecisive and kept moving things around. I'm not obsessed with where everything's at. There are some things that just like seem kind of off to me, and I feel like it doesn't even really look like I decorated for fall in our living room because there's just like not that much going on, but we did the best with what we have. And then here I was having issues on this tray because I originally had this over here, and I'm used to having something fall related on this tray that's like very obviously fall. And all I have right now is this candle. I just ran upstairs and grabbed this jar from the bookshelf in the guest room / office, and I took the faux eucalyptus out and I completely disassembled the dried floral arrangement I had, but it pretty much gave me 3 brand new arrangements by doing so. So I took the little black bunch of flowers and stuck it in this old Anthropologie little vase that I've had for forever, and I think this looks really good on here because it matches this copper tray really well. This is just more summery, and I'm just gonna replace the plant that was on the shelf, floating shelf in the office with this. But I think I'm just not gonna leave out my little special corks or put them somewhere else, like maybe on the top shelf of that cupboard with the blue and white pot that like kind of matches this. For right now, I'll just leave this solo little pumpkin here. This is just really troubling me, but this will be good enough for now. Here's like the new arrangement I created. I think it looks so good because it's just so much more full. I just added some of the longer pieces from that dried floral arrangement, and I added this photo frame right here that was on the console table behind the couch because I had no idea where to put it. It's just gonna be right there for now. And this is like the other little arrangement I created from the dried florals, and it's nice because it's very cohesive across all 3 little floral arrangements I have downstairs right now. And this was also a pain point because the little white faux florals that were in here, I have hated them for so long, and I've wanted to get something new entirely because I'm kind of over this old vase too. I think I got it off of Amazon or at Home Goods a long time ago, but I just want something different on here. I realized I had these faux sunflowers I hadn't used yet, so I just put those in there to make it more fallish, and those look at least a little bit more real than the white plastic ones I had. And I set up the little vase and pillar candle thing over there, but it looks really stupid right now because the candle's crooked, and everything else just looks bad too. So let's just ignore the console table for now. Right, Ella? Right. I can't put into words how good it feels to come downstairs in the morning to a clean kitchen and have it decorated for fall. It's just the best feeling. But it's time for another at-home fall coffee. It says 1 part coffee to 2 parts milk or water. So I think I'm gonna do water because I think that's how cold brew is typically done. I've been getting like so confused because I've been trying to make this vlog not like my typical vlogs where I'm just like updating you on everything throughout the day and really have it be about like resetting for fall. But it's hard not to when like big things are going on in my day. So it's 8:30 and I did just shower and had a 45 this morning. I really wanted to go, even though I don't normally go on Wednesdays, to get my endorphins running because I just have so much more clear of a head when I work out in the mornings. And I obviously wanted that going into my phone screening interview this morning at 10. I have an hour and a half till that. Luckily it's not on video, but I am gonna put on a little bit of makeup because I think like 20 or 30 minutes after I'm done with that, as long as it ends right on time, I need to leave to go to lunch for the other. It's not really an interview, but just kind of like discussing a potential opportunity for me with somebody that I know and someone who's close to my husband's family. And I want to obviously look presentable for that, but I need my hair to dry. So I'm gonna leave it up in this while I make my coffee, breakfast, and put on a little bit of makeup. I think I need a bigger glass. I didn't make a lot of cold foam because I just did not have any space in this glass, to be honest. And I had to pour a little bit out because it was just overflowing, but let's give it a little taste. That's so good. I'm like actually so impressed. I feel like normally cold brew coffee concentrates are just like so acidic and like hard to drink. You know, they have that bite. Honestly, I think I would do 1.5 parts water instead of 2 parts water to the cold brew coffee concentrate because I like my coffee strong. This definitely tastes like coffee, but I think that if I did 1.5 parts, it would be the perfect amount for me personally. And then this combo for the cold foam, so easy and literally tastes better than majority of the coffee shops that do pump and cream cold brew, but I'm so impressed. It's so good. Switched out our sheets last night, as y'all saw on our duvet cover, to these cream kind of butter yellow ones from Brooklinen. Especially just love this creamy color in the fall and even in the summer. Something about it being a cream just really, I don't know, I love it for fall, especially with our bed. And something I love about the bedding we have, I feel like it works for fall. Like I don't have to do anything because colored pillow is just like perfect in the front. I got it because I thought it was a nice compliment to the green here and then the green in these pillows, but it works great for fall too. And our lighting is so bad in our room, but I feel like you can't really see the true creamy yellow of these, but they're just great. I just got home though from getting lunch and my phone interview went well and lunch went well. I do already know that I will be doing another interview for the place I did a phone screening interview with, so that's exciting. And I think I'm gonna schedule it because I just have to schedule it through a link for next Tuesday because she has availability tomorrow and I honestly wanted to get it over with tomorrow while I'm in like this interview zone right now. But I have an eye appointment at 1 and her only availability was through 2 o'clock. So I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be available for that. But I just wore a Skims bodysuit and some jeans and then my black slide-on mules and the cardigan I was wearing yesterday to lunch. And I wore this while I was interviewing too because I figured if I was like dressed as if I was doing an on-screen virtual interview, I would probably feel better about it. I don't know. Dress for success, if you will. But I want to get out of these jeans because these are the jeans I bought when I started my job in 2022, and let's just say they're quite tight on me now. So I want to get out of them and into something comfy. And then I really want to share my fall TBR with y'all because I only talk about the books I want to read and my TBR and everything during my monthly resets, but I thought it would be fun to do a comprehensive fall TBR. Let's get comfy, let's get cozy and get into that. Finally in some comfy clothes and we can talk about my fall TBR. I just threw on my Skims boxer and tank set jacket because it's rainy and cozy outside. So the vibe is perfect. It just feels so good for this morning to be over. I work myself up so much when I have interviews and just give myself so much more anxiety than I need to. I feel like I've been anticipating this interview and like this lunch all week, working myself up over it in my head as I got closer, so it feels good for them to be over. Let's talk about this fall TBR, shall we? I wish I had physical books to show you because I just feel like it makes TBRs more interesting when I can like sit here and hold a book, but I don't, because I read a lot of my books on my Kindle, as y'all know. But I divided everything out into 6 genres or subgenres. So I'm just gonna walk through, and I tried to only do like 2 to 3 books per genre or subgenre to keep this as realistic as possible. And I went through the TBR that I have, which I kind of keep an ongoing TBR in my Goodreads on my want to read list. That's where I have most of these logged. I wanted to go through that first so I could clear some books off of it, because there's been books that I've been saving for years that I have not read. So starting off with sort of dark academia books, I went to say like, oh my gosh, I love dark academia. It's my favorite. And then I realized I don't think I've read anything from dark academia or within that subgenre. I feel like I've read something, but it would have been like a long time ago, and I just can't quite put my finger on it, but it appeals to me. The concept of dark academia appeals to me. First up is A Secret History by Donna Tartt. I always see this pop up on TikTok every year around the fall. It takes place at an elite New England college, and it's about a group of clever and eccentric misfits. And it says, underneath the influence of their charismatic classics professor, they discover a way of thinking and living that is a world away from the humdrum existence of their contemporaries. But when they go beyond the boundaries of normal morality, they slip gradually from obsession to corruption and betrayal, and at last inexorably into evil. This sounds like a nice dark book for fall. And then we have Babel by R.F. Kuang. I don't know if I'm saying that last name correctly, but this is a historical fantasy epic dealing with student revolutions, colonial resistance, and the use of language and translation as a dominating tool of the British Empire traducteur. I feel like it has kind of mixed reviews on Goodreads, but overall it's a 4.18, which I feel like anything above like a 3.95 is usually enjoyable for me. I think there's some magic in it, some unparalleled power, and it's giving kind of like secret society vibes. And I feel like it was kind of positioned to be sort of like a key player in dark academia literature. Moving on to historical fiction, I have 2 books here as well, and they are both by the one and only Kristen Hanna. And that's because I've only read one of her books. I feel like I've read so many, but I've literally only read The Nightingale, and it was in 2021. I also really want to read this other book by the author from All the Light We Cannot See, and I also really want to watch that Netflix, I think it's a Netflix series, because that was a very emotional book, and I read that in 2021 and absolutely loved it. It's an amazing book. But for my Kristen Hanna books, I have Firefly Lane and The Great Alone. Those are the 2 that I want to read. Lottie Smalley here on YouTube convinced me to read Firefly Lane, and it also has a TV series. So I think that makes me want to watch it even more, because I feel like fall and winter is like the time that I feel more inspired to watch more TV than I normally do, because I don't really watch it that much. And then I have The Great Alone because I've heard amazing things about it, but I went like way deep on my TBR, and I've had that one on my TBR since like 2020. So I'm like, I really need to read this one because it's been sitting there for a minute, and I think that one might even be good to read in the winter, if I remember correctly, if it's based in Alaska. I love the way Kristen Hanna writes her female characters, but I feel like I need to be emotionally prepared to read anything by Kristen Hanna, because they are definitely some tearjerkers. Going into fantasy, I didn't really put much here, even though I could have done a very long list, but pretty much just put to finish the Throne of Glass series, because I am on Queen of Shadows right now, and I do just want to say, if you have been debating reading ACOTAR or the Throne of Glass series, now is a time to start. I started reading ACOTAR, I don't remember when I started the book, but I really read the bulk of the series in the fall, and I finished it early January, and I just thought it was like perfect timing for reading that series. And I just think, as somebody who is such a mood reader, reading fantasy during the fall and winter just hits different. So that's definitely on here, is to finish that series. And then I have to read Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I have only read Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood, but I think that will be really fun to read in October. And that one is about an alliance between a vampire bride and a werewolf. This isn't a spoiler, it's literally in the synopsis, but if you want to go in more blind to this book, then skip over like the next 5 seconds. But it has a marriage of convenience in it, and I think that will be super interesting between like 2 kind of opposing groups. And I saw a comment that said it reads like a fan fiction, and I just think that sounds so intriguing. And then I have Heartless Hunter by Kristen Cicerelli, right? I don't know. I've heard so much about this book. I first heard Lottie talk about it in a reading vlog a while ago, and then my friend Katie read it, and then I know Carter Sullivan read it. So I've heard so many people talk about it, and I just feel like it's a really good book to read in the fall. And it kind of reminds me of just like a different universe, but a similar plot line to Divine Rivals. If you've read that, just from reading the synopsis, I feel like I can sense some parallels between the 2. And I absolutely devoured Divine Rivals last year. It's about a witch named Rune, and she rescues other witches who are being hunted. She has to hide who she is because the witches are losing their power. And then there is a witch hunter who was very devoted to the cause of the revolution that led to the witches losing their power. Just seems like a really good enemies to lovers. And I especially love that fantasy because I feel like enemies to lovers is just so much more serious in fantasy than it is in actual romance. Now going into our romance books, I have 4 here, and that's just because romance, it takes up the majority of my TBR list, I feel like, so I allowed myself a little more here because I also tend to read them more quickly. The first one is You Again by Kate Goldbeck. I had this on my TBR last year, but I want to say I added it to my TBR once fall had already kind of passed. But just look at the cover. It's actually stunning. The reviews for it are not very promising, but I simply don't care. I just feel like I have to read this book simply because the cover is so beautiful. But this says it's about a commitment phobe and a hopeless romantic who meet and instantly hate each other. It seems to be a very complex romance story, and these two have nothing in common except that they've been sleeping with the same woman. So we got a little love triangle there. And then they run into each other years down the road and become friends without benefits. But I think we can all kind of see where that's going. And I have the 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I always feel like I'm saying her name wrong. This book has had so much hype on TikTok this year specifically, but I heard Lottie say that she wishes she would have read it in fall because she's, I know, a very atmospheric and mood reader, and so am I. It was originally on my TBR, I want to say for July or August, and once I heard her say that it was better in the fall, I was like, you know what, we're gonna push that one to the fall. So I really want to read that, and I feel like a lot of y'all have probably read it. And it has a really unique plot about a book publicist with a perfectly planned future who falls in love with her temporary roommate, but he lives 7 years in the past. So she's living in his future, he's living in her past. It just seems kind of chaotic in the best way. And I've honestly just grown tired of this same old romance where you kind of just know they end up together in the end. I just feel like romance books can be really predictable, and I feel like this one won't be, and definitely has some magical realism, which I also love in books, especially in the fall. And then we have Catch and Keep by Erin Hahn, and I actually don't think I've seen anybody talk about this, and I don't think I've seen it on TikTok. I might have seen it last year though, but it has basically 4.3 on Goodreads, which is solid. This is about a 33-year-old woman who just turned down her boyfriend's proposal, left her lifetime job as a park ranger, went back to her hometown to accept her inheritance, which is a decrepit waterfront bait shop. She feels like she's been letting things just happen to her whole life, and she feels ready to finally just make moves on her own. And then we have local resort owner. He's a single dad, has 2 kids, and his best friend is the female main character's brother. They're both coming out of failed relationships basically, so it's kind of just them coming together and seeing if it can work out. And it takes place in the Northwoods in Wisconsin, so it just sounds like it's an absolutely stunning setting. Looks like it too. And last but not least, we have Ready or Not by Cara Bastone, and this is another stunning cover. I did find this one on TikTok a while ago, and it is so pretty. I don't know if y'all can like fully see it. Not the influencer hand. This one says a surprise pregnancy leads to even more life-changing revelations in this heartfelt slow burn friends to lovers romance of found family and unexpected love, which is basically an amalgamation of a lot of my favorite tropes in a sentence. And it takes place in Brooklyn, and now that I've been to Brooklyn, and I just went like literally this past weekend, I love that I've like actually experienced it and can visualize it. And it says the unplanned pregnancy cracks open all the relationships in her life. Her friendship with her best friend feels off, but her friend's older brother is the one who sort of steps in and steps up. But then we also have the father of her baby, and she ends up rethinking her whole life and what she knows about herself. And I think this just takes place over the duration of her pregnancy, because it says over the course of 9 months. So I think that's interesting that you really only get the 9 months she's pregnant. Now going into mystery and thrillers, I really have not read a lot of mysteries and thrillers, but honestly, I love books like The God of the Woods, which felt very cozy mystery to me. And I don't really necessarily think it's like one of my favorite genres, but I do really enjoy the books because I find them hard to put down, and I think that overall just makes me enjoy books more. And I'd really like to get into reading more books like The God of the Woods. And I also think I like psychological mysteries and thrillers, but I don't know, because I don't want anything like too scary that's gonna stress me out, you know? The first one is None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I know my friend Katie really loves Lisa Jewell as an author, and I've also just heard so many amazing things about that book. And this one is a psychological thriller about a woman who finds herself the subject of her own true crime podcast. And I just think this one's really interesting because I am like so not in that world. I do not listen to true crime podcasts or anything true crime related at all. And I was struggling to find a second book to go in this category, and I ended up choosing Big Little Lies because I know that it is an HBO series and it has really good reviews on Goodreads, 4.3 stars, by Leanne Moriarty. There's a murder and a tragic accident, and there are 3 women and end up in the same shocking place, and they all have different backgrounds. And it says Big Little Lies is a brilliant take on ex-husbands and second wives, mothers and daughters, schoolyard scandal, and the little lies that can turn lethal. Now going into lit fic, this book isn't necessarily a fall read, at least to my knowledge, but I wanted to read it just because I read Talking at Night, and Talking at Night was my favorite book of this year, if not ever. And so many people in the Talking at Night reviews said to read this book, and then I was talking to Carter Sullivan and she said to read this book too, since I love Talking at Night so much. So since so many people say to read it, since I like Talking at Night, I was like, I need to read it. And one thing about me, I just love having my heart ripped out by book. It's One Day by David Nichols. The synopsis is quite concise, but it says 15th of July 1988, Emma and Dexter meet for the first time on the night of their graduation. Tomorrow they must go their separate ways. So where will they be on this one day next year and the year after that and every year that follows? It's giving November 9th, but hopefully less creepy version. And the uniqueness of that plot was like the only thing I liked about November 9th. The rest of it was like cringy and honestly kind of creepy. It seems like it's supposed to make me feel pretty much how Talking at Night made me feel, which I will forever be chasing that feeling for my life. When books make you feel that way, it's just, wow, it's something else. And last but not least, because this has been recording for a good 30 minutes, we have Beartown by Frederick Bachman, about a tiny community, and this tiny community has a lot of faith in the town's junior ice hockey team who's about to compete in the national semifinals. And basically the whole town is believing that the town's future success is contingent upon their success at these semifinals. And it says the semifinal match is the catalyst for a violent act that will leave a young girl traumatized in a town in turmoil. So I think this is another one that sounds just like a unique plot and like it will be a good read and has really great reviews. Heard the characters are really well developed in this book, which y'all know I appreciate and I love. But that is my fall TBR. Sorry, this portion of the vlog was so lengthy. This is an atypical vlog for me though, so I think it's okay to have these long chatty portions because this video has no rules since it's a fall reset, right? I decided to make a fall mood board even though I made a mid-year reset mood board recently. I just feel like it's gonna put me even more in the spirit since I work on my computer every day. But I started off with finding a cozy ambiance video on YouTube that I could have on in the background to really just get me in the spirit, especially since it was a rainy afternoon. And I just scrolled through Pinterest and saved all of the fall and autumn things I could find onto my fall and autumn Pinterest board that I've had for years. And then just downloaded a bunch of those images and imported them into my Canva and just kind of made a freeform collage the size of my desktop wallpaper. And it turned out so cute. I'm about to work on finishing editing this video and I wanted to give a proper outro. I hope y'all enjoyed this fall reset. I was so clearly confused like when I was filming this because I'm so used to filming like everything I do. So when I was going back through and editing, I was like, wait, do I need to show my grocery haul and like me folding laundry and stuff? Because that just like wasn't really technically part of my fall reset. And I was getting in my head and I was like, should I just delete all this stuff? But I don't want to like delete anything because I know y'all like long videos, or at least I think y'all do. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit of a combo of a regular vlog and a fall specific reset vlog, but I had so much fun filming this video and doing still a vlog, but like a different style vlog, and really just lifted my spirits the last few days getting in the mood for fall and everything. So I hope it does the same for you all. And I know Hurricane Francine landed yesterday, and I just wanted to say to everyone who is in the path of that storm and affected by it that my thoughts and prayers are with you all. And I know hurricanes suck so much, and just wanted to let y'all know I'm thinking of you all. Be sure to check out the Skims Soft Lounge collection. I'm once again wearing Skims today, not Soft Lounge, but still wearing Skims. I told y'all it's a daily basis thing, and let them know I sent you if you do choose to make a purchase. Not affiliate or anything, it just lets them know that you saw the products through me and were influenced by me, so it helps me out with working with them. Check them out in the link down below, and I will see you all in my next video. I've got some exciting videos coming for y'all. I've been kind of behind on editing with traveling, so things are coming, but I love you guys, and I will see you all in my next vlog.